create a show in this polling station so that he can scare voters. But Kerogaduku obliged, he went and changed, and he is back to his place, and that issue is now sorted out.
That being against the law, it was up to the IBC officials maybe to send him out to go and change. Maybe are you concerned about what they are doing now, bearing in mind that they allowed him in and they could not send him out?
He had just come in, the process had not started, so he just came in, and there was concerns that he was donning a yellow jersey, and everybody agreed that he needs to go and change. The polling clerk agreed that he needs to go out and change. He obliged, he went and changed, and now he's back in the polling station.
And of course, lastly and briefly, your call to leaders across Mbeere North constituency who are here for the by-election.
One clarion call: let's preach peace. Let's keep peace. This election is going to happen today only, but it is our responsibility to keep peace throughout the year, throughout this period, to 2027, to all leaders from this region. Let's preach peace, because elections comes and go, but this country is bigger than anyone else.
Thank you very much, Mobi. As a Member of Parliament for Madeira, Eric Wamombi has stated it clearly. He has called on for leaders across all political divide to maintain peace and order. We're still pitching camp here to follow more developments from several, almost all polling stations in this particular area. Back to you, Mombi.
Thank you so much, Edwin, for that report or that update in Mbeere North, where elections or by-elections are taking place. Just speaking to Madeira Member of Parliament Eric Wamombi there, asante sana. And there's something we were talking about, and Edwin has mentioned it, Mheshimiwa, Member of Parliament for Kibra, IEBC being under scrutiny in terms of how they're handling the issues that are coming up, the violence that are coming up, some of the agents contravening, the law and the constitution. And you're also keeping a close eye in Kasipuli. We're just explaining that before we crossed over to Mbeere North.
I think the IBC, they need to use this electioneering process to show Kenyans that they can bite, to show Kenyans they can conduct peaceful elections, and also to build confidence in Kenyans that they have the muscle to carry out these elections. I have just seen that we have some violence in Kasipul, Kabondo, and I've seen one of the elected members who has been attacked, and he is one of the senior members. He is also the speaker's panel and most vocal member of ODM in southern Nyanza, that is Kaluma. And we cannot allow that. We cannot allow such acts of barbarism, acts of hooliganism, acts of that level to get into the minds of Kenyans that during elections we must have violence. We must condemn this with the strongest term possible, and IBC must take action. If there are candidates who are involved, then they must be disqualified. There are no other ways that we need to do this. And I think in Kasipul, basically that is an ODM zone. Right. Since all the elections, it is an opposition zone, and ODM has won that seat throughout. And members there are basically ODM. Even Otete, all right, yes. He is an ODM member. He only decided to go to independent after the son of the late Mwondowere was pronounced as the candidate.
Okay, and so, as you continue, just live pictures coming in, Mheshimiwa. We have the candidate for UDA party, Leonard Wamudende there, accompanied by Public Service CS, Geoffrey Ruku. He is awaiting to vote there in Mbeere North. The candidate for UDA party, Leonard Wamudende there, casting his vote, his biometrics being confirmed by IEBC. There he has been confirmed. Right, live pictures coming to you from Mbere North. The candidate for UDA, Leonard Wamudende, accompanied by Public Service Geoffrey Ruku there, voting. And as that is happening, let's just cross over to Mombasa, where the governor for Mombasa, Abdul Samad Nasir, is speaking. Let's cross over there and hear what he has to say. As the by-elections are also taking place there in Magarini, let's cross over there and listen to what's going on.
Hadi kufikia sasa mnaapa kuzungumzia na uchaguzi huu?
Sijafahamu vipi?
Hadi kufikia sasa mnaapa kuzungumzia kuhusu uchaguzi huu, uko salama, unaendelea vizuri ama mna mapendekezo yenu ambayo wangependa kuzingatia?
Well, baada ya kila jisaji moja tunapata report, kama nilivyokuambia report ya mwisho ilikuwa ni saa 4 na dakika 14. Na vituo 7, baadhi ya sehemu nyingine kulikuwa kuna rapsha, lakini hatuwezi kuliita ni rapsha. Hili ni lile ambalo kwamba tunaliita harara za siasa. Unajua pia ukifika pahali uwe hakuna jambo lolote, pia sio zile harara za siasa, which is okay, it's normal.
Upinzani mkali unashuhudia kwa sasa, kura zimeanza, upinzani mkali kati ya ODM, DCP, unazungumzaje swala hili?
Unajua sasa unaniambia mimi nifananishe na mchicha na mbuyu. Boniface, surely I think it will be a very unfair statement. Sijui wewe unaonaje? Wewe ndio umezunguka katika vituo, unaonaje?
Tusubiri basi IBC itaweza kuamua. Asante sana gavana wa kaunti ya Mombasa, ambaye pia ni naibu kinara wa chama cha ODM, ambaye tayari basi yupo katika maeneo haya tayari kuweza kuhakikisha basi anasimamia uchaguzi huo na tabia kila mahali kuweza kuangalia basi wapo mgombea kiti wa kiti hichi ambaye kupitia chama cha ODM ambaye si mwingine bali ni Harry Kombe, huenda apata ushindi, lakini yote tisa ni kusubiri kuona hali halisi itakuwaje. Kutoka eneo hili la Magarini, jina langu naitwa Boniface Msangi, kwako studio.
All right, our reporter there, Msangi in Magarini, Mombasa County, just talking to the governor, Abdul Samad Nasir, on the situation as by-elections take place there in Magarini. And of course, they are taking place in Mbere North. We have Kasipul, we have Malava, and other 2 areas where these by-elections are going on. We are keeping a close eye on all the leaders that are going to be present. Of course, we've just seen that the UDA party candidate, Leonard Wamudende, has just voted, accompanied by Public Service CS, Geoffrey Ruku there. We will be crossing over in different regions to just see how the process is going on. Of course, there have been reports of violence in various places. Unconfirmed reports of videos circulating show Homa Bay Member of Parliament Peter Kaluma has been injured. We are yet to confirm those reports. We will be giving them to you once we confirm those details. Let's get back here. And of course, I'm sorry you've been interrupted a few times or trying to make a point about Kasipul. Continue. Carry on.
To keep it, you know me, I'm ODM, and ODM dam with real ODM. So what we are saying is that in this country, sometimes certain parties, they are branded in each region. Some parties are regionally based, that this party survives in this region.
Right.
But the only party that commands the majority of Kenyans everywhere in this country is Orange Democratic Movement. Party with a foundation, party with a structure, and party which has existed for more than 20 years. Now, when we talk of Kasipul, I am almost sure that the ODM candidate will emerge the winner because of the policies and how that party has been performing in that region. I am not sure of Malava. You know, Malava, the late Ijendi, was elected on ANC party.
Right.
It was not ODM, it was not UDA. And therefore, it is open to any other candidate because now ANC has been merged with UDA. So ANC has no candidate in that region. And that is why you can see that there's a lot of interest. We are not saying that maybe UDA, DAP will emerge, but there's a lot of competition. The competition has been very, very stiff. And Pakanyu, you know, contested the last election.
Right.
And he was second in the last election. But politics, the dynamics of politics, the politics can change within a day or two. The kind of supporters that he had at that time, not necessarily will be his at this time, because of the dynamics of the politics in this country, and also the interests and how he has conducted himself since that time up to now. It is 3 years, almost 4 years. So I think by the end of the day, we are just waiting to see what will determine the results of this election is how independent the IBC is going to be today. They must not allow any rigging to take place. They must not allow the interference by the goons. They must not allow the interference by us as politicians. They must allow the free flow of democratic rights of people in this country to be exercised by a way of voting to a candidate of their choice.
Right.
This is what nurtures democracy in democratic nations like Kenya. I think we looking at the states surrounding Kenya, we are an island of peace. We are the most democratic country, almost in the world. I have looked at Senegal, you have seen what happened. I don't want to talk about our neighbors, because good neighborliness is...
All right, let's now cross over once again to Mbere North, and where UDA candidate Leonard Mamudende is addressing after casting his ballot.
Goons. Like for us, we don't even have security, you can see. There is no point. So when people walk with 20 guns to a polling station, that tells you what they are trying to do. They expected our people to react. We did not react. They have walked away. And we are just telling them to wait, to be embarrassed this evening. Yeah, I can report that we are doing quite well. So we will visit a few polling stations, again, just to observe. Yeah, so
far so good. How did you observe the turnout?
It looks good because most of the people, we walked actually, and most of the people we met along the way have already voted. The crowd here, which was attracted by security, you know, the insecurity that was brought about by the presence of one JB Muturi, they came when they thought my win is, you know, under threat. They didn't even come. And when they have seen me, they are very happy. Of course, they have been told I'm not a registered voter. My wife is not a registered voter. There are some people at home who have told me, we will vote after you vote. So I'm telling the people at home, come out. I have voted. Those who are just fallacies by cowards who have no agenda to sell to Mbere people, Mbere North people. So please come out and vote. Umai mukadhurane.
Thank you. Mwanzo kulikuwa na tetesi kwamba kuna baadhi ya maafisa wa chama cha UDA ambao wamekuwa na mavazi ya chama hapa katika hichi kituo. Unachukulia vipi swala hilo?
Sijampata yoyote hapa. Nimeangalia na sijaona yeyote, na nafikiri mtu akifanya makosa anaelezewa na anabadilisha, so sidhani kuna issue yoyote.
Tetesi za voter bribery, kuna watu kwamba kuna tetesi za watu kupongwa kabla ya kupiga kura.
Yes. Hiyo inafanyika na opposition, hiyo nimesema. Kuna mahali wanajaribu kupatia watu 100, 200, na nitaitisha hiyo list, nitawapea nyinyi wenyewe, mtafanya uchunguzi. Sana sana inafanyika Evurori ward. Lakini wapiga kura wetu walishapiga kura, na wale wengi huko walikuwa wanangoja kuona nimepiga kura, na saa hii washaona nimepiga kura, watajitokeza, washafanya uamuzi. Ya, kwa hivyo nasema tuko sawa. Jioni tutakuwa pamoja na tutasherehekea, kwa sababu tumesema mara mingi sio tu ati leo Mudende anachaguliwa. Wananchi wa Mbere North wanapata kiongozi anayefaa kuwaongoza. Kiongozi ambaye anaangalia maslahi ya wananchi, na wananchi wa Mbere North wanataka uongozi bora na maendeleo. Hiyo tu. Yes.
What will be your message, because it seems there's a lot of tension and maybe what is that one message to your supporters and maybe the residents of Embu North at large?
Yeah, so I want to advise my supporters, stay put. As we have done our campaigns, we've never had a single incident of violence or fracas in our meetings. So I advise my supporters to maintain the calm. You know we have won. So the only people who can benefit from chaos is the opposition. So we have to deny them that by being calm, as we have always been, and as your leader has always been. I've been insulted the most. I have not answered back, and as you have always told me, I leave it to God. Nitasema kwa Kiswahili, wananchi na supporters wangu, tuendelee kudumisha amani, tuendelee tunajua tumeshinda. Mikutano zetu zote, hakuna hata siku moja kwa mkutano yote na nyingi zimekuwa kubwa mmejionea. Hakuna hata siku moja kumekuwa na tukio lolote ambalo.
All right, that is UDA candidate Leonard Wamudende for the Member of Parliament seat in Mbere North. Let's now cross over to Kasipul, where we have reports that Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament Peter Kaluma was attacked. The candidate for ODM in that seat, Kasipul, Boyd Were, is currently addressing the media. Let's hear what he's saying.
The way they are conducting the exercise.
The ABC is fine.
No, for the ABC, they are conducting the process very smoothly. Ballot boxes and the materials were distributed in time. So everything for the ABC, they are doing a good job. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes, so I want to encourage the people of Kasipul, please come out and vote. Our opponents know they have lost. What they want to do is to suppress people and stop them from coming out to vote. Aroko came in personally at Agoro Sare Primary, and by there I went to receive him. You media were here. I thought he was Boyd Were because I'm the chief agent here for our party, the ODM party, and you can see I'm accredited by IEBC. So I was to leave, but Honorable Boyd Were told me that he's coming here in 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, I saw vehicles coming in, and by there I thought those were Honorable Boyd Were's vehicle. So the media were here. I went, we greeted one another, and he just told these people to deal with me immediately. The bad thing they have done is that on his instructions, they have taken the gun for my security, and it has been handed over to him before he left. So Aroko himself has the gun for my security. The other thing I want to say is that largely, and you've been here, the people of Kasipul are very peaceful people. These goons Aroko is working with are from Nairobi, and they're very dangerous people. And I'd alerted the CS to this. The CS spoke about it. We've even given their names. These are robbers and very dangerous people from Kibra, Mathare, Ruaraka, Kayole. There are some from Kisumu. There are some from Migori. So what has shocked me is that I've been attacked as police are watching. In fact, I was standing with the police officers. So I wanted to request that if there are instructions that the police connive and be complicit in chaos for whatever reason, we want to request the IG and the minister that the police need to be much more firm. I've not reacted, okay, because the intention of these people is to suppress voter turnout. So we want to encourage them, the people not to come. If there is any blood that will be spilled today, it is only my blood. And if it can bring peace to Kasipul, let it be. We are going to move around. We are going to be with the people. Let nobody be discouraged. You see, they have attacked me, but I'm still at Agoro Sare Primary. There is nothing much they will do. And I know they are cowards. That is why they are doing so. So let us encourage people to come out and vote. And so far, so good. Don't be discouraged. Because discouraging the voters is all they remain with. Even as we speak, our candidate is, at over 90%. So we are not worried. We are not worried. And that is why I want to request our people, don't fight back. I've seen our people are very annoyed. You've seen a number of them, coming in after hearing about the attack. And we want to discourage our people from that. Sit back. Please turn out and vote. Honorable Boyd Were will be elected and has been elected. I thank you. Yes.
All right, we are coming to you live those are live pictures you just received from Kasipul, where Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament Peter Kaluma has been attacked. And of course, Boyd Were, who is the ODM contestant in the parliamentary seat, did address, and of course, we will be keeping a close eye on everything that will be taking place. Of course, how IEBC is handling this whole process, various incidences of violence being reported in various regions. Kadi, what do you make of all this, the violence that's being witnessed? I mean, we just discussed about, imagine all this happening right now. It's just a by-election. What's the situation going to be?
It casts a very unfortunate or something that should worry all of us, right. You know, because as we move towards 2027, which is now going to be a general election, and there's going to be a lot of, you know, interest, and a lot is going to be at stake, then what are we talking about? Because if we cannot manage just these 22 general election, I mean by-elections, then how do we manage the by-election, the main, the general election? So for me is, I believe by now, what needs to be happening is that the Cabinet Secretary for Security, for Interior, Mheshimiwa Murkomen, and all the other agencies, now they must swing to action. Because you see, this is being aired on live TV, and we can watch it. The people who are watching from their homes and even from the villages in those areas that are affected, they can see all this. And this might actually encourage more violence in various areas. So we expect, and personally I expect, that our security agencies now swing into action. Number two is actually a call to IEBC to quickly address the emerging issues, because the emerging issues are allegations of leaguing, voter bribery, as we have seen. I mean, what is IEBC doing about this? We cannot keep quiet and continue watching. And I'm asking myself, if a member of parliament can be disarmed and their firearm taken away from them, how about a common Mwananchi? How about Wanjiku? Right. You know, we are really exposed, and we need to calm the situation right now. Now, I'm pretty excited, you know, looking at Mbere, because I come from Madera constituency, and Mbere is an area of interest for me, going by all the happenings and the campaigns that have been going on, especially the smear campaign on one Mudende. People have said he's not, had said earlier that he's not a voter in the region. Yeah. And just seeing him come out with his ID and he's been verified, confirmed that he's a voter, is quite exciting. And therefore it comes, it throws us back, you know, to really rethink the way we do our campaigns. We do our campaigns around personalities, you know, insulting each other, lies, anger, you know, like what you've been seeing happening in Mount Kenya region. And, you know, we need to really correct from that. And next time when you're doing campaigns, let's stick to issues as opposed to issues of personalities and lies. And therefore, for me, that was a very, very important observation. Now, for Mheshimiwa Kaluma, who's been hurt, really, pole to him, because bloodshed is something that we don't need to see. You know, just because someone is being voted in as a member of parliament or out, it's only one person who is going to become a member of parliament for these areas. Right. So killing, maiming, torturing, beating, it's really unnecessary. Yeah. And
Mr. Osido, we've seen really heavy, you know, security personnel in various voting centers. And that begs the question, you know, of course the United Opposition have said that, you know, the personnel has been deployed to intimidate voters, you know, from casting their ballot. So is the heavy security personnel really necessary, according to you?
Of course, given the context of our country, the level of security that is deployed for elections is determined by a number of factors. And those factors border on many, many things, including the kind of intelligence and that is gathered by the security apparatus and also by the electoral management body that also has, you know, units of engagement. Even within IEBC, they also have security committee or a security unit that works closely with our national security infrastructure. So the deployment of security becomes very critical, particularly given, you know, the kind of tensions that have been reported during campaigns, the kind of narratives that have also been, you know, generated during those particular campaigns. And because IEBC, as we have said, works with a number of stakeholders, including NCIC, the Commission on Integration and Cohesion. And these are people who we expect that should have deployed, officers to go and collect intelligence, and even IEBC. There are institutions like ours, County Governance Watch, that are accredited by IEBC in a number of, elections and even by elections. And so the pre-electoral activities become very critical in terms of determining the amount of security, even bordering also on the number of registered voters and the number of polling stations that each of these electoral units have. So that, for example, if you go to Kasipul and you are talking about over 70,000 registered voters, it will be very, very important that there is enough personnel for security to be able to guard that particular election. But as I finish, is also to understand that the level of security sometimes is misunderstood by interested parties. Like now what one candidate is saying, that these security officers will scare away people. Now that is a communication issue, and that is why I agree with Kathy that IEBC needs to really begin to communicate to people and say that, by the way, the police officers you are seeing are not supposed to make it hard for you to cast your vote. They are supposed to make the environment comfortable for you, and also to make it easy so that as a voter you feel secure, because it is this police officer that is going to protect you in the event that a goon or anything happens. It is them who are going to take charge.
All right, thank you so much. We continue to monitor everything that is going on in all the 15 wards, 6 constituencies, and of course 1 Senate seat is up for grabs in Baringo County. And of course we continue to keep a close eye in Mbere North, Kasipul, Malava, Magarini, to just see how the process is taking place. We're going to be taking a short break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Experience.
Prepare to cabin for landing.
I hope there shall be no drum.
Stop doing that! I was so excited to have you here. I would tell you, you're gonna get whooped again.
Oh, he's coming.
You go.
Ria, are you ready?
In an age of fleeting headlines, depth matters. PeopleDaily.digital carries forward a legacy of genuine journalism. We bring in not just the news, but the context, the analysis, and the stories that shape our nation, for reporting that digs deeper and informs better.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition.